Welcome to the intro. I'm Davenant Doyle, and today on the show we are featuring indie bedroom pop artist Benja. And he's bringing some serious jazz chops. Here's Benja with Slacker.
Disarming, yes, she finds me charming. My bed ain't got no frame. She loves me just the same. She'll let me take her name, even though she knows I'm a slacker. Can't keep my head up. Got no worries, got no cheddar. Life is moving. Stand there. I'm a slacker. I'm a slacker. She got up and she went to work. I stayed home and I wrote this verse. Tried to make toast and it burned. I'm in my own universe. I'm not broken. I'm in process. She's not waiting. She just sees me as I am. I'm a man, I'm a slacker. Can't keep my head up. Got no worries, got no cheddar. Life is moving, I just stand there. I'm a slacker, I'm a slacker.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Could you introduce the band?
Yeah, so on guitar, we have Jong Lee. On bass, we got Leonard Ishmael. On drums, Mitch Milley. Then on saxophone, Chris Edmondson. And on keys, Felix Fox.
When you were growing up in your house, what kind of music did your family listen to?
Oh, so much different stuff. I mean, my dad, he's from Ghana, so he played a lot of high life music, which is like this really beautiful music that was inspired by like soul and big band jazz and like Cuban music. And it was like really popular in Ghana in the 70s. And then he also played a lot of like D'Angelo, Erykah Badu. I remember like Al Jarreau, Miles Davis, a lot of Bob Marley, and then like UK reggae bands like Steel Pulse and Babylon Circus. And then my mom worked for the Canadian Opera Company, so I would go to a lot of operas with her and hear like, I don't know, just classical music in the house and operas that I don't remember the names of.
Your influences, because of, how you were raised with music, are really all over the place, and that shows in your music. So if you were forced to, give a genre for what it is that you do, how would you describe your own music?
Yeah, that's always a tough question, but I guess I would just say like indie bedroom pop, for lack of a better term. But I guess I don't love classifying it, but you kind of have to. So yeah, that's what I would say. And I can just let other people decide what they think it is, you know?
As somebody of mixed race, how do you think that plays into how other people classify your music?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because as someone like, it seems like a lot of black music, or sorry, black artists who make even music that's similar to me, it can be classified as like indie R&B, like someone like Steve Lacy. But then if a white person is making it, it's like bedroom pop or just indie, like someone like Mac DeMarco or something like that. So as like a mixed person who's like really ambiguous looking and feeling, I'm like, when I get asked like, is it pop or R&B? It's like asking like, who are you, black or white, kind of.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's so interesting. There's so many multi layers to just that one question about genre.
Yeah.
Now, you studied jazz at Humber and you practiced guitar or you played guitar for 10 hours a day.
There was a time when I was doing that. Yeah.
It's mind blowing to me. So can you tell me what that journey of going to Humber was like?
Yeah. I mean, and like my jazz journey started honestly before that too, like in high school. And I had a really amazing mentor called Lucien Gray, and he kind of really got me into jazz. But yeah, that's kind of what going to jazz school was. It was like really gave me a chance to just like delve into this beautiful tradition of Black American music and play it every day with my friends and listen to it every day. And like, that's all we thought about pretty much for a couple of years.
There is this really fine balance in music between the head and the heart. And sometimes when you study music and dissect it, it takes some of that magic away. How did getting a degree serve you today musically?
I mean, the physical paper degree hasn't at all, I would say, to be honest. I don't even know where that is. I don't know if I ever got it. But the experience of school served me so much because I just got to like only focus on playing with my friends, and like that's, I don't know, that's really what like this job is at the end of the day. Yeah, just getting to focus on that and not have to think about anything else other than music. That's like what music school is so awesome for.
Can you tell me, kind of dig into the process of you creating a song from the ground up?
Yeah, so usually, at least for this record, how it started, pretty much every song would just start with like one of the first things I played when I pick up the guitar. And I don't like set out to make a song always. It's just like I just pick up my guitar and play something. I'm like, that feels nice. I'm just sitting in my room and I have my little recording set up here. So then I just make it. I just build the instrumental. From there, I'll like, once I'm happy with how the instrumental feels, then I feel like I can start writing on top of it. But I feel like since I've spent so much time on guitar, it's like the truest way that I can like, I don't know, like unpack my feelings and like my understanding of the world. And so like that is the first thing that kind of speaks the truth. And then when I write on top of my instrumentals, I'm like figuring out what I was saying in the instrumental.
Now you do have an EP coming out. What can you tell us about that? When's it coming out? What's the name of it?
Yes, it's coming out in March, and it's going to be called Ivy, which is the name of a song on the EP. That's going to like be the song that we like push when the EP drops. And yeah, it's 6 songs. I made most of it in my room. I made some of it with my friends, and yeah, I'm really excited to put it out.
This next song is called Tokyo. What's it about?
The song's called Tokyo because it's inspired by a really awesome movie, Lost in Translation, which takes place in Tokyo. And that kind of has a similar theme of like, right there, like in this, just pretty much most of it takes place in the hotel. And there are these people who are like very kind of lost in their life, and they're changing, and it's very sweet and it's beautiful and like melancholy.
All right, Tokyo. Looking forward to it.
Feels like I am changing,
I've been in the same place, but it looks so new. I just can't explain it. I'm still in the basement, but I'm on the writing and erasing. Yes, I'm scared. Feels like I am falling closer to my calling. I'm almost there. Got a girl, she loves me, puts no one above me. She's changing too. I know if I'm patient, I might find myself wide awake in my dreams. I don't need to chase them.
You're here as a solo artist today, but you're also a guitar gun for hire. You just did a European tour with your buddy Jonah Yano, opening up for Claro to like massive crowds, huge rooms. So did you learn anything from that experience or from any other experiences that you have as a side guy that you're applying to your own solo situation right now?
Yeah, I feel like every artist that I work with, I learn something from, honestly. There's like so many I don't know, every artist's process is so differently, like, and how people lead a band or how they create stuff. Like even like on tour with Jonah, he was a very relaxed band leader, and he kind of just wanted everyone to like play what they wanted to, like, he just wanted everyone to be themselves, basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you have to play this and do that. And I really liked that approach of just like getting the right people who work well together and then just letting them be themselves.
Now, you just came back from LA a little bit ago, and you had the opportunity to work with some pretty interesting people, interesting to me.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get to work on Kanon's new album that will be coming out this year, and he hasn't put out music in like 8 years or something like that. So But yeah, I remember his song "Struggling" was like the first song that I ever downloaded on iTunes. So it's like so crazy to be making music with him.
When you went to LA, did you know that that was going to happen or possibly going to happen?
No, the first time I just went to work on some music with my friend and another great artist, Just John, who was on Gone actually. He was in like a temporary spot because he's waiting for his new apartment to get like renovated or something. And so we thought we were going to be staying there, but there was like a holdup. So this one night we were like, I don't know where we're going to sleep tonight, man. Like we can't, like this B&B ran out and we just needed to cross somewhere for a night. So we called up his friend, Jarvis Church or Gerald Eaton, who produced Kanon's first two albums and also like Nelly Furtado's first albums. So we just like hung out at his house and we just like showed each other music. And then I showed him some of my demos and he really liked them. And it just so happened that that day Kanon called him after like years of not having any contact and was like, hey, let's make an album. A couple weeks later, I just got a text like, yo, I really like the music that you showed me. Want to produce Kanon's album with me? And I was like, yeah, I would love to.
What made you make this EP now, even though you're so busy with? Why focus on this now?
I don't think there's any specific reason. I just am always making stuff, and I knew wasn't going to release an album because it's just like not what you do for your first thing. But yeah, I'm just always making stuff, and so once I started getting the songs together, I started to just feel that this should be a project. And once I got like a good team behind me that I feel confident in, we were like, all right, let's hash this out and get it out to the world.
Well, I cannot wait to hear it personally. Is this next song on the EP?
Yes.
Okay, great. Tell me a little bit more about that. Obviously, it's about the hardships of being on the road, but just give us a little bit more of an insight.
Gone is just kind of about, when you're like on the road and separated from your partner, and it's like a piece to remind me like if there's love there, then everything's fine.
Even when I'm gone, baby, don't worry. You know I'll come back home, not in a hurry. I'll always need your love, need you to love me. But even when I'm gone, you don't need to worry, baby. I know you get stressed sometimes, life can be so overwhelming. Baby, take a breath one time. You have everything within you. Feel it in my bones, oh love. I know there ain't no rush. We can find the light through the mug. Sun shines down on us. Even when I'm gone, baby, don't worry. You know I'll come back home, not in a hurry. I'll always need your love, need you to love me. But even when I'm gone, you don't need to worry, baby. My love, the time ain't painless. Sometimes it's so frustrating. I swear I'm always staying grateful. When my life makes me anxious, you always give me hope. Take your love and let it grow. Even when I'm gone, baby, don't worry. You know I'll come back home, not in a hurry. I'll always need your love, need you to love me. But even when I'm gone, you don't need to worry, baby.
That was Benja and his mix of head and heart music. If you want to know more about Benja, head on over to cbcmusic.ca/theintro.